two games were played today, and only one of them was kind of interesting. The other, we kind of knew what the outcome was going to be. So let's just waste no time and get started with the Celtics finally beating the Heat and moving on. I say finally because it should have been a sweep, but they let the Heat make 23 threes one day. So here we are. The Celtics just played a Celtic game. Jaylen Brown, 25 points, along with Derek White's 25 points. I don't know why Derek White is why he's playing better than Tatum this series, but hey, whatever. Again, Tatum, a decent game, just plays along with the team. So shout out him. Yeah, there's nothing really to talk about this game other than it was pretty much over after the first quarter. Yeah, they were up. Jesus Christ, they were up 18 at the first quarter. As you can see, Heat never even stood a chance. Winning by 43 points is nuts. He kind of gave up in the second half, obviously, but it sucks for the Heat. You didn't have Jimmy and you didn't have Terry Rozier, but then again, I mean, I guess you beat them last year with Jimmy, but I don't know. I just want the Heat to actually put a good team around Jimmy and Spoelstra and Bam, because I think they're just wasting potential here. Oh yeah, they're the only team in the East right now that has moved on. Everyone else is currently playing a Game 6. So we'll just move on to the last Western Conference series. The Mavericks come out and stomp on the Clippers on their home court. This game was close until a few minutes, 3-4 minutes left in the second quarter, I believe. Yeah, just about. Oh, wow, it was earlier than I thought. They cut the lead down, and Dallas just came out in the second half way better. I believe the Clippers missed 13 straight three-pointers in that third quarter. They could not buy a bucket for a while. Their two best players did not play. They did not come to play today. Paul George, tour dates. Not a good game from him. Only 15 points. He hit 2 back-to-back threes, which looked like it could give the Clippers life, cutting the lead to, I believe it was 15 points. No, it was 16 points. And then Mason Plumlee fouls, what was it, Josh Green for an and one three-pointer and to close the quarter, and Clippers went into the fourth down 20. And they just couldn't get a stop. Shout out Luka. He had a much improved game. Still not the Luka we're used to. If you watched the game, he clearly did look injured. He passed up a lot of Zubac on him. He should have just... Usually Luka would have been able to beat him off the dribble, but he was settling. Kyrie... It doesn't look good in the box score, but it looks mid in the box score. But he had huge plays. Luka and Kyrie were pretty good on defense. When a large criticism last game was Luka was a cone on defense, and people just ignore that he had 5 fouls. Let's see. Derek Jones Jr. came to play. PJ Washington only one made shot, but defense, really the big thing about this Mavericks team is their defense. That's what kept them from really losing a lot throughout this game, because they didn't do a lot of scoring until their offense didn't really get rolling until about this point. So their defense had to lock in, and last game it didn't, and they found themselves down 31. This game, I like what I saw from the Mavericks. They stopped trying to do Luka ball to start the game, and they just started passing it around. People were making shots, and Luka and Kyrie eventually got their shots when they had a comfortable lead. So they allowed everyone to get going. I think that's how they should obviously play moving forward. That's how they made that comeback. Oh yeah, 35 points and 10 assists, 7 rebounds. Yeah, that's good. There was a play. Kyrie came up with a steal, and he made like some crazy and one layup, I believe. So there were cool moments in this game. Just the Mavs just straight up outplayed the Clippers for 2.5 quarters basically. I don't know what it is with Harden where he has a very good playoff game then immediately has a stinker, and yeah, he was cooking in that first quarter, then he kind of just stopped. I don't think he was aggressive enough when his team was starting to lose the lead. So I think he needs to recognize when to take over more. Yeah, Paul George, he's just inconsistent in the playoffs. Not a good game from Mason Plumlee, as I mentioned, dumb fouls. And let's see, Norman Powell was probably like their best player tonight, which is weird because it's Norman Powell. Shout out Norman Powell, though. He's better than I thought, I guess. He's been probably their most consistent player. Westbrook made 2 shots, but he was like, what was he, like over 9 until then? He was not playing good until like the lead was basically insurmountable. He kept taking 3-pointers. Only one of them he really had to take because like shot clock, I believe, if I remember correctly. But Westbrook has not been good this series. And that's something you need him to step up to make up for Kawhi's absence. Oh, my bad. Terrence Mann actually played good. And Zubac, of course, efficient. But, yeah, the Mavs just locked in on defense. So if they could do that one more time at home, then this series is over. I do think Dallas will win Game 6. But I would not be surprised if this goes 7. So here are the next games. Interesting because Dame and Giannis might both play this game. And if they do, then honestly, I can still see Indy winning because you just played a different way of basketball. And now you got to try this way you haven't played in like over a month. New York should be able to win Game 6. But, yeah. That's about it. There's only a few series left, so these videos are much shorter. But leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.